Join us as Bluent take the stage to explore an exciting new capabilities in the Power Apps. Rename controls in the Canvas app with the Copilot. This is under the preview feature. In this session, Bluent will demonstrate how Copilot can intelligently assist makers in renaming controls, making apps more readable, maintainable, and efficient. Whether you are the seasoned app builders or you are getting started, this preview features will be a game changer for streamlining development workflows. So over to you, Bluent.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome everyone, and aloha. This is a preview feature in Canvas apps, and it's a really cool one. But preview, if it works or not, it's really something you just can't control at the moment, as I also tried. But anyhow, what is this feature is all about? So this feature is about something very annoying. Let me just go over into a demo Canvas app here in that case. So when you're just creating on the left side any kind of new controls here, so what happens is, especially if you copy someone, for example, this one here, and I just copy this one, what happens is that every time it just really comes up and adds this kind of ugly 3, 4, or whatever, from a readable, maintainable thing, just look at this. It's not really good to read, to be honest. So if you come and try to rename it on your own, you can just do this. But if you have a lot of controls, because a Canvas app can be very complex, then this is something which takes some time. I was always wondering, so if there's something where Copilot maybe can help us with, or someone comes with a great YAML idea and just do some kind of, magic in the background and just a magic button, which renames everything. But Microsoft just have brought out something which they call rename controls with Copilot. So if you just go into the settings, and I'm currently in a preview, that's why this is already activated. If it's not activated, your place, if you just go here and just type in control, and you need just to check where it is. Here we go. That's a feature. Proactive control rename. So use Copilot to suggest the renaming of existing controls. In that case, what's happening is here is the following. So I just showed you the pictures because the pictures definitely works. This is a preview feature and it only works currently on labels and buttons, but for a start, it's quite good. In that case, what we just have is if you just go into your Copilot Canvas app and you have Copilot, that feature is activated. If you rename one, then this button just appears. And once you just click on this button, then you see this kind of thing. So it just really helps you in that case to rename by the formula. It's a label, right? That's why you see that 3 letters for label here, and then profile. And really based on what this label is doing, if you have described it, enriched it, then based on that, it just suggests you. What is a huge disadvantage of that one is currently you can't control, in which kind of way it shall be renamed. And I think this will be the next step. So that means if you're in a company like ours, for example, where we have that kind of coding guidelines, and I'm pretty sure in your company you have the same as well, this is a very crucial thing that you can have that kind of guiding set which you can implement. But currently it's a preview feature, and that's why it's not working. So now, as you see, now we have suggestions for screen 1. So while I just have continued renaming, after a while, then it automatically appeared. So that button, I just clicked on that, and then you see I have really nonsense names, and I think I annoyed him so much that it just thinks, no, that needs to be renamed. So in that case, button create, button update, button delete. So like we said, the buttons and the labels will work. So let me click, and you can, in the meanwhile, just look here what's happening while I'm clicking on rename. And boom, it's been renamed now. So a very useful feature, and I will not have any chance in the future to make any nonsense when Copilot is starting to correct me like a teacher. So this is from Charles Sexton, by the way, my Copilot Studio newsletter manager, by the way. He also have, got this picture and posted that in LinkedIn so that you see it's just not by, it really not comes, it comes not sometimes randomly, but it really comes. And as it's a previous feature, these things are working. So the limitation of that is obviously it works on labels and buttons. And also the limitation is also it just does not come every time. Some complained on LinkedIn that it came too often, so you can't control the frequency of that. So that's also something which can be super annoying. But I think it's a good thing because in the way of how we just managed Canvas apps before and the renamings, this is super, super annoying, and it's really a great feature if it works correctly, but it's in preview. And yeah, don't use it in production. So that will take some time till it works in a way of how we love that. In that case, I just hand over to you back, Ambish.
Thank you so much, Fluent, for the wonderful insight. And I think it is going to add a really value add to all of the makers for the Power Apps. Thank you again.